Okay, it's day 5. There's Subman right there in front. This is Novo heading north. So this is the only spot I understand where the Appalachian Trail actually goes through a building. So today we're heading from, I was off a half a mile yesterday, heading from mile 31.3, ultimately 21 miles over 2 days, or 22 miles to Unicoi. So we'll stop and camp somewhere in between, probably do at least 11 or 12 miles. There's a shelter there, but we're going to try to go on past that and stealth camp somewhere because there's bad weather and cold temperatures coming in tomorrow. So that's our plan today. I'm anxious to see how sore I am, if I am, but I feel really good right now. And so a couple of uphills to start, but it's a beautiful day. It's a little bit warmer than yesterday.
Maine that way.
So we're headed that way. It's going to be a beautiful day today. So I hope it finds you all well. Have a blessed day, and we will talk to you later.
Because I feel I'm going slow, but I keep moving, you know.
Hey, honey. Shooting a quick video. It's about 10 after 11. We started about 2 hours ago, about 10 after 9. We've gone 3.75 miles and taking a break. So we're moving just a little under 2 miles per hour. I think Subman is slowed his pace a little bit, so he won't lose me. He's scared I might get lost, and he's probably right. But I wanted to share a little bit right quick. Something that Subman has taught me as we're coming up the hills, something that I think will be helpful for the hikers that are behind us. When we're coming up the hills, one mistake I've made in the past is just try to really push hard to get up that hill, and I'd have to stop a lot. This last incline was a pretty good one, and I didn't stop once. But what I did is I really slowed my pace, and I just kept moving forward one step at a time. And if my heart rate was getting too high, I'd slow down, but I'd keep moving forward. Something that Rana and Billy, they're my senseis at Anchor Fitness, something that they taught me was to if my heart rate started getting too high, just stop for a minute. Billy would always stop me, and I try to push, and he said, nope, don't push. Well, yesterday we did a big day, and because of taking into consideration and implementing what almost called you Subway, what Subman and what Ron and Billy taught me, I had a lot more energy at the end of the day. So I think there's something to that. I think there's a good life lesson in that too. Just keep your focus one step at a time. Don't try to take on too much at one time, and you'll have more persistence or perseverance rather in the long haul. So, and coming downhill on Blood Mountain yesterday, it was kind of a struggle with all the ice on the rocks. And man, we were laser focused on making sure every step was a good step, and that we were not on an icy place. And there were a few times where that was unavoidable, and we just had to be real careful and shift our weight in a way that was kind of safe. And Subman said something to me that stuck with me. He said, you have to consider, out of the 5 million steps on this trail, you have to sort of consider every single step as being that one that can end it for you, because it's just one step that can end the hike. And so it's really paying attention to every step. And several of you have quoted and commented, and I made reference to the scripture in Psalms, I think it's 119, that says, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path.
Amen.
And so I really I was thinking about that while I was paying attention to every single step. But I want to encourage you, especially those of you who have taken on the challenge to try to stick with their New Year's resolution. The key to me in that verse is thy word is a lamp unto my feet. It doesn't mean that we can just say, okay, God, I want you to direct my path today, and then just expect everything to come up roses. It says thy word. So if we don't understand scripture, if we don't seek to understand Scripture and work towards that discipline of reading our Bible with intent to understand it, then we're, that's what guides us is the Bible and the authority of Scripture. So one thing that helps me tremendously is to remember that. And when I started, there was a lot about Scripture I didn't understand. And devotionals are wonderful, and I encourage everybody to do it. But if that is the entirety of your Scripture life, that's like having a Cliff Bar once a day, and it's not going to sustain you in the long run. So as I've dug into Scripture, it's helped me, and so I just want to encourage you, make that part of your New Year's resolution is to study Scripture. And anyway, that's my moment from the mountain today. So love you guys. Y'all take care. Okay, got to show you guys this part. Look at this. Look at this view.
That's the trail right up there. We go down to Tustati Gap, all the way up, and if you turn around and look that way on a clear day, you can see the buildings in Atlanta.
From up there?
Yeah, but it's not gonna happen today. It's too hazy.
So over there where the rocks are is
all the way up there.
Oh, all the way up there. We're headed up there.
When you get to the top of that, you dip down the Hog Pen Gap.
Oh Lord. I know how far down Testanity is.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get her done.
It's awesome.
Hey y'all. Hey honey. I don't know if you can see it. It's the moon. It's late. It's after 6. I'm inside my tent. We did another 14-mile day. Right at it. I'll figure it up in a minute. That's my stove and my pot. That is what I'm gonna eat. I put 12 ounces of boiling water in here, and I'm gonna be honest with you, that's lasagna. If I was at home, going to Olive Garden, tour of Italy, baby. Lasagna, chicken parm, and Alfredo. Now, granted, I only eat just a little bit of it, but I'd take the rest home and eat it the rest of the Sunday afternoon. It's really cold. Now, this isn't terrible. It's probably right at 30 would be my guess. What do you say, Subman? About 30, 32?
Yeah, something like that.
So, I've got the boots inside the tent. There's my sleeping pad. I'm cooking inside my sleeping bag. I got my feet in it because I'm freezing. But it was a long, long day. And I did not do a good job of eating or hydrating. The eating, I do the best I can, but I don't think I shared this, but I had gastric bypass surgery several years. I used to be 330 pounds. So those of you who say I can't do it because of this, that, or the other, I was 280 pounds 4 or 5 years ago. And I just whittled it down a little bit. I'm still a big guy, but I'm doing this. So far, so good. And but it keeps me, because of the gastric bypass, it keeps me from eating a lot. And so that's causing me to be a little bit weaker. And so hopefully I'll figure out a way to overcome that. Subman's giving me some good tips. But I'm inside my Z-Packs duplex. I've got on my clothes, my dry clothes to sleep in, and they feel really good. And I'm pretty confident that inside my sleeping bag I'm gonna be fine. But I'm gonna go. I love you, honey, and I miss you. But all's good. Back to back 14-mile days. So I'll see you.